Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is D100 Superfan back with another video. Today we'll be doing a buyer's guide covering existing D100 Dungeon content that aims to be useful to new and veteran players in guiding them towards the D100 Dungeon content that is available to increase and expand their games for maximum enjoyment. Let's begin. Let's get started by taking a look at the main rulebook. The main core rulebook for D100 Dungeon is absolutely essential. It includes all the rules needed to create characters and run adventures and quests in D100 Dungeon. Solitaire without the need for a game master or other players. Adventurers will slay monsters, gather loot, complete quests, and power up in the course of their development. No two adventures are alike, as each dungeon is randomly generated as the player progresses through it. Traps, locked doors, treasure chests, enemies, and geographic challenges all await you. D100 Dungeon Core Rulebook not only contains a great game on its own, but it's also a jumping off point. And one of the game's great strengths is its expandability and replayability. Let's take a look at some expansion content now. D100 Dungeon The Adventurer's Companion is a great addition to the D100 Dungeon library, as it adds a great deal of variety to the core game through new rules, systems, and character creation options that greatly expand the game. The new character creation options are great and add exciting new classes like the Paladin, Druid, and Hunter to the core game's existing Sorcerer, Warrior, and Rogue. There are 9 new classes total, as well as 5 new racial options, including Halfling, Half-Elf, and Mountain Dwarf. There's also included a way to fast-track newly created characters so that you don't have to do the dungeon training quest, which is great for trying out all the new character class and character creation options. The new witchery system allows adventurers to make use of parts gathered from monsters during quests to apply awesome effects available nowhere else outside of the witchery system. While the Quest Maker is a huge new addition to the game that allows for infinite replayability and allows for the creation of custom quests, allowing an adventurer to set their own quest objectives, parameters, difficulty, and reward. The new death kill system rewards adventurers for damaging their opponents beyond their last hit point to allow for a bonus to the loot table rolled, depending on how much excess damage was done. Also included is a new way to play D100 Dungeon with a full 20 quest campaign as well as 25 associated side quests. And finally, you can bring your friends with you into the dungeon with new rules included for party play. The Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules is a great book as it allows adventurers to be further developed by adding new systems to greatly enhance the power of existing and veteran characters. The Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules introduces a brand new beast mastery system, which allows an adventurer to bring a trained animal companion with them while questing. This is great as it allows an adventurer access to skills and abilities that they wouldn't normally be able to use through their own abilities. An adventurer can even put some of the damage taken during combat or from traps onto their trained beast companion like an auxiliary health pool, further increasing survivability. The Artisan system is a huge new addition that allows an adventurer to dismantle and craft their own equipment. The full standard weapons and armor table are available to even novice artisans, allowing an adventurer to pick and choose the equipment they can make, as well as fill in the gaps on their character sheet as they see fit. Skilled artisans are even able to make equipment up to the finer, greater superior, and even legendary levels. The Arcana system allows casters to really take their casting to the next level by adding 6 distinct and different orders of magic, each with their own associated spell list that is unique to that individual order of magic. This allows the Arcanist caster to really break the boundaries of magic and go beyond those limited to the normal mundane spell list. And new special rules for blue rooms adds great new challenges that can reward new higher tier exceptional treasures. If the player can meet these new special blues challenges, then they are rewarded with these exceptional treasures that are a step above anything else available in the game, further lifting the ceiling of a character's power. And they're going to need all of that power for the next book. Let's take a look now. The D100 Dungeon, the Dragon's Return book, is a great addition to your D100 Dungeon library as it adds a great deal of challenge and playable content to your games. The main bulk of the book is the new full-length 20 quest long campaign as well as integrated 25 integrated side quests. This campaign is a lot more developed and challenging than the one found in the Adventurer's Companion, and offers a great test to veteran adventurers. The book itself also includes a brand new all-inclusive encounter table that lists and includes and makes available for the adventurer to combat every monster from every previous encounter table E, EA, and now EB. Every monster is available and can be rolled for on one all-inclusive table. The brand new martial artistry system also allows dedicated adventurers to greatly increase their damage output and allow them access to awesome new advanced weapons such as the nunchaku and katana that all increase in damage as your skill in martial artistry grows. A little side note, martial artistry pairs great with the death kill system included in the Adventurer's Companion, as all that excess damage will allow you to do your excess damage beyond an enemy's last hit point and really get those big bonuses on the death kill system. Martial artistry also allows an adventurer to make attacks and make use of combat techniques that are exclusive to martial artistry, allowing an adventurer to have many more options in combat. The Dragon's Return book adds a lot of challenging content that's not only playable, but replayable for your other characters. Now, some advice on prioritizing purchases. On D100 Dungeon, of course, you're going to need the core rulebook. You can start there. And honestly, that's enough to last you for a while. The 3 character classes and 3 racial options available during character creation offer a lot of variety and more than it might appear, as each combination of class and race, especially each class, plays completely differently. And each class will specialize in a different aspect of dungeon crawling, whether it's combat, exploration, or through casting of magic. If you're looking to make your initial D100 Dungeon purchase, of course the core rulebook is essential, but also might I suggest the Adventurer's Companion as a companion purchase in your first purchase. Just go ahead and throw it in the cart with the core rulebook. It adds that much and is really great even to beginning adventurers, as you may like the character creation options offered in the Adventurer's Companion better than what's offered in the core rulebook. The Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules would also be a good companion purchase in your initial D100 Dungeon core rulebook order, as it really allows for a great deal of control for the player to develop their character and adventure as they see fit from the get-go. And is especially great if you want to have a really advanced caster character, even as your first character. It really expands the caster's options. Now, if you really want to go big, of course, the thing to do would be to get the D100 Dungeon core rulebook, the Adventurer's Companion, and the Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules. If you don't get these in your initial order, you're gonna want all three. As I feel, as a veteran player, as a YouTuber who makes videos covering this game, I feel that the first three books, the core rulebook, D100 Dungeon, The Adventurer's Companion, and The Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules really form a trilogy that really gives you an expansive game system and lots of options for endless adventure. If these books existed in a vacuum, I'd be satisfied, but the fact that they form the basis of a game system that's only going to get better is awesome. And The Dragon's Return is great as it offers a test of just how much your adventure can really take in its challenge. The adventure you developed through the first three books, the trilogy, is really put to the test in The Dragon's Return, and it's awesome. And is a great pickup for anyone who wants to test their character's mettle to the fullest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the D100 Dungeon Buyer's Guide Part 1 50 subscriber special. The D100 Dungeon core rulebook is absolutely essential. The Adventurer's Companion really widens the game by adding a great deal of variety. The Lost Tome of Extraordinary Rules really increases the depth of the game by adding a lot of new systems, while The Dragon's Return makes the game harder by offering a substantial challenge in its playable content. Whether you're a brand new player or a veteran adventurer with many quests under your belt, adding a new piece of D100 Dungeon content to your library is never a mistake. Each new book really adds a lot to the game and adds a lot to the game system as a whole. If you've been thinking of getting into this game or are a new player, rejoice, as now is the best time to add to or begin your D100 Dungeon library, as there's never been this much content available for D100 Dungeon. Those of us who've been around for a while eagerly await the next release, and I'm sure after you've added a volume or two to your library, you'll be eagerly awaiting the next release too. Well, that does it for our 50 subscriber special. I hope you found this video useful in helping you find the content that you would like to add to your D100 Dungeon games. A special thank you for subscribers, and to future subscribers, thanks in advance. And thank you so much, Mr. Martin Knight, for developing and putting out this awesome game for all of us to enjoy. Thank you so much, and have a great day.